Being a caregiver is the best job in the world, and I'm here to show you why. Hi, welcome back. It's Lindsay, and today I wanted to talk to you about setting goals. So, take a deep breath. I know that for me in past years when I was a child or a teenager, setting goals was like the least fun thing ever. I didn't enjoy it. It was something that my parents had us do, at the beginning of school year or something, or during the summer to have goals that we wanted to achieve. But I never felt it. I was never really interested in it, and it always made me feel really bad because I was worried about not fulfilling them, and I don't know that I had the right mindset to be working on a goal. Anyway, so I didn't always enjoy it, but as I've grown up, I've come to see the benefit of having goals, and that you don't get anywhere if you don't have any goals. So I was recently listening to a motivational speech by Earl Nightingale called The Strangest Secret. Super interesting. If you're interested, I'll link it down below. It's a really, really great video. It's just an audio to listen to on YouTube. But he talks about how that if not having a goal is just like a boat that doesn't have a captain or a crew. So if the boat doesn't have a captain or a crew, you lift the anchor, let it go, it's not going to get anywhere. I mean, if it even gets out of the harbor, it's just going to end up on a beach somewhere. It's not going to do anything. But if a ship has a captain and a crew and a destination, then there's a much better chance of it reaching its destination because it has something guiding it, plus it has somewhere that it's trying to get to, as opposed to just living, off the cuff to not have any goals or anything. So goals are important, and they're something that I think we should all be working towards. Now, I think it's important though to realize, to come to a decision about what kinds of goals you're setting. So probably through growing up, you probably heard of SMART goals. So this is a great principle. I like to follow a regimen that is SMARTer goals. So we're going to go through that. So SMART is, so the S is specific. So it needs to be something that is specific enough that there's no guesswork on, what the goal actually is. So you need to write it down. You need to have a specific wording for your goal. If you need to reword it a couple of times to make sure it's appropriate and what you want to be doing, then do that. But it needs to be specific. Second is measurable. So you have to be able to say, am I achieving it or am I not? So in this case, you probably wouldn't want to have a goal that's just, I want to lose weight. Well, that's not measurable. I mean, you how much do you want to lose? What's your goal in regards to being measurable? So just make sure that there's maybe a number involved so that you can measure your goal. So the A is attainable. So this is one that I don't know that I necessarily agree with. I understand that that yes, it should be attainable in that don't go too crazy. But then if you listen to someone like Grant Cardone, he says, yeah, go crazy, 10x it, make it huge. So attainable is up for debate. So if you're wanting to start out small, that, the attainable probably is a good option for you. But I also think bigger than you think you can do. And it will help you to elevate what you think is possible and push you further in your goals. So attainable, sort of. The R is for risk. So make it something that there is some sort of risk involved if you don't do it. This doesn't mean, nothing to do with your life, and only what's comfortable enough to be able to survive as far as finances. So, but make it a risk that will, potentially hurt if you don't succeed, if you don't work hard at your goal. and make it something that means something to you, so that you'll be more likely to follow through and to take the time out of your day to do the things that you need to do to achieve it. So the T in SMART is for time. So have an end goal. So don't just say, I'm going to do this and it's going to take me the rest of my life. Probably make them, if there's a goal that's like that, make it smaller so that you can have a time frame for achieving it. So 30 days, 90 days, whatever it is that's appropriate for your goal. Set a time limit for it so that you will work towards it more steadily, so you know there's an end in sight instead of just willy-nilly. So now we're on to the smarter part. So the E is the emotional connection. So it needs to be something that you feel something for. If you don't have any sort of emotional connection to it, then you're not going to do it. I think a lot of times our goals, they do revolve around weight, or they revolve around finances. And these are very emotional things. So take some time, make sure that it's a positive emotion for you, like that there's a driving force in your emotions that make you want to achieve it. But make sure that there's some sort of emotional relevance for you in your goal. And the last one, the R, is relevant. So it needs to be something that is relevant to your situation, to your life, to what you want to achieve overall. So make sure that you're thinking about, is this something that's going to help my life? And is it something that is connected to my life? So I could say, I want to go be an airline pilot, which is great. That's a great goal. But it doesn't hold any relevance for me in my life right now. I don't have any great desire to do that. I don't have a great need to do that, to complete that goal. So just make sure that it's relevant to you and your situation. And so if you have kids and you want to have a goal to be an airline pilot, that might not be something that is relevant to you, because where are your kids going to go? And, anyway, so just make sure it's relevant to your life and your situation. So take some time to write down your goals. Make sure that that's key. Write down your smarter goal, and it will be more successful if you have it written down. And I would also suggest writing it every day, at least 3 times a day. So you're going to write the goal in the morning, you're going to write it in the afternoon, and you're going to write it before you go to bed at night. So something about writing it down, not on your phone, not like, typing it, but write it down with a pen and paper. And that will help to solidify your goal in your mind and thinking about it through the day as you're going through your day. So make smarter goals, and they will help you to get faster to the places you want to go. Have a great day. We'll talk next time.